A lot of people in the tarot community also and elsewhere I have noticed, they look at the hermit as a very sad, very depressed character who's, grey and all. But one of the most worshipped hermit is Shiva. And as we have seen, his life is actually the most unique. He is doing everything that normally the worldly world people would not do. He is totally non-materialistic person. Now this attribute or this quality is somehow seen in a lot of hermits. They love to live alone. They are quite an introvert person. They are into their own zone, and since childhood they have this deep need to find their own place and privacy. Now this can be seen as something weird sometimes, or maybe sometimes their attention is very good. They are in a classroom and without studying, without any theory work, just by listening to the teacher, they will understand everything. And thus sometimes, other children envy them or they don't bond with them. So throughout their childhood, they have to face this issue. So some of the people asked me, how do I check it? And I was looking for this information, but I could not find it. So it's very simple. I'll do it right away in front of you guys. You just have to type human design chart in Google and you will see a couple of options. Okay, one is, the first option is from the website which says www.myhumandesign.com. That one is also fine. Then you have Jovian Archive. Now this is the one that I usually use because it's kind of very clear and it has a lot of information. So this is the one that you can use. Then you have International Human Design School. There's one school also. But I think Jovian Archive, that is the best one. All you have to do is just put in your birth details, your data, your time of birth, place of birth, and date of birth. It has to be absolutely accurate and exact. You put it over there and automatically it will give out whatever important information you need to know. Now I tell people to do this as one of the exercise so that they can understand that there are many different profiles on this planet, but we are all as volunteers we are all here to help each other, one another. So some people are going to play the role of projectors. They're going to be the mic or they're going to be the mouthpiece. They're going to be interacting with people and they'll show a picture just like a projector works. You put the image inside and it will show it to a lot of people at one time. That's their job. Then there are some people who are generators. They are here to generate energy. For sure. They are here to generate energy on this planet, and all this while, all the pain, all the trauma, all the suffering that was happening was because of all the generators not knowing what type of lifestyle to live. So they were all just following, whatever the programming was leading them to, and they were not living in their human essence. They were all forcefully made to live like machines, to act like clones, to just do whatever, they tell you, not educate, not meditate, not eat well. They were eating meat constantly. Like now things are changing. I think more and more people are becoming more and more aware about so many things. For example, your gut is connected to your intuition, to your Ajna chakra. How interesting that is. So whatever food you eat will impact your third eye. And if you're eating junk, garbage, meat, alcohol, all kinds of toxic things, processed food in fact, fake food, GMO crops, like all of these things, they cause an impact in your third eye. But there is some kind of a hope. The hope is your chakra system. The chakra alignment is very important. Basically, your body is an energy body, the actual body which other people cannot see, and we can see once we develop our psychic abilities, our sixth sense, our intuition. So many things are possible. I cannot even begin to tell you here what all, because these things are not something that you should talk about or you should tell, or you can even do enough justice to it. I think most people who have these abilities or who have received the true nectar of love or the master's grace, source's grace, they just want to share as much as they can about the power of source and the miraculous energy that source is, instead of saying, these are the things they possess, because they cannot justify it by describing it. It's just something that you have to feel, you have to experience it. And that's why I keep saying that all of the information over here, all the content here, you must perceive it, look at it as theory, trying to help you, giving you a helping hand, counseling, you can say, but practical experience you have to do by yourself. All right. So some people are projectors, generators, then we have manifestors, which is very few, 7%. But again, manifestors have also been deceived on this planet, because even though they possess this great quality to achieve so many things, to create so many resources, they end up creating only materialistic resources. And then they suffer. They are very miserable because they don't know. They feel that, oh, I wanted to be happy, so I thought that all these 5-7 things will make me happy. But guess what? I'm unhappy and now I'm trapped. How do I get out of it? And because this is the age of projectors and everybody else is supposed to help the manifestors due to their immense power, or you can say gift of manifesting, they develop an arrogance, they develop an ego. So they cannot be in tandem at times, but I hope in the age of ascension, the aware and awakened manifestors will pass through this. Then we have the manifesting generators. Interesting, very interesting, because they are the combination of manifestors and generators. Now these categories are the base, it's the foundation of these people. And these categories is the base. Then we have the profiles. Then we have other things, many other things. The emotional energy, or the main chakra that they need to work on, everything is literally mentioned. You just have to go through it. It's somewhat similar to Vedic astrology, but I don't know why I find it very fascinating. It's kind of simple. But Vedic astrology also helps. So when you study both these things, don't think about predictions, my friends. Predictions, again, as I said, once you keep ascending, you'll realize that predictions is nothing. It's the last thing that will impact you in your life, because whatever is meant to happen, whatever is predestined, my dear friends, that will happen. Nobody can change it. So with time, a lot of ascensioners realize that whatever was supposed to happen in their life, it's pretty fine. It's good. It's great. In fact, it's the best combination. But people suffer and people are miserable because they don't know. They don't have clarity. If you have the clarity that all you're supposed to do here is to just enjoy the show, just be an objective observer, just look at your own emotions. Your own emotions are going to guide you, and they can guide you. They can get you out of this trap. This world, the illusion is very strong. The illusion is very, very, very strong. It's crazy. Sometimes I actually think that it's crazy how strong the illusions, like the illusions actually look real. That's the crazy part. And separation is one of the biggest illusion. In the twin flame ascension journey, the higher you ascend, the further you walk into this journey, you will realize through many ways and avenues that separation is literally the biggest illusion, but it's the easiest one to use as programming, because everybody is scared of separation. Everybody gets scared. No, we don't want to be separated from our loved ones. We don't want to go away from the one who matters. So I guess, and I hope, that human design is going to genuinely help you figure out. And as I said, that you just need to study the body graph. This whole chart, the human design chart, is called body graph. It reveals your genetic design. That's the coolest part. I mean, it's not that popular or prevalent right now. And I also got hold of it in 2016. But just like the twin flame, world, I think there are more and more people who are going to connect with this science. It was created by Rahuru, and I don't remember his karmic name or the worldly name, but yeah, I remember Rahuru. So what is the rarest human design? Actually, the rarest are the reflectors. But in the projector stream, there is one type of projector which is the rarest of the rare, the 5.2 projector. High. The reflectors and projector 5.2 have a great, I can say, very interesting dynamic, because reflectors are just 1% on this planet. So not many people can understand it until and unless they meet someone who can mirror. So projector 5.2 are mirrors, and reflectors are also mirrors because they reflect. They'll reflect everything that's thrown on them. So in the twin flame ascension journey, if you actually date a reflector or if you meet a reflector, the reflector would literally show you everything. Everything. Like if you're in a bad day, bad mood day, they will show you the same and they'll annoy you, irritate you more. But if you're happy, they'll be happy. If you're confident, they'll be very confident about everything. And people, like their own partners, I know people who are reflectors, by the way. Crazy, right? That's how all of this started making sense. Like, yeah, I did actually meet some reflectors, which is just 1%, and their behavior was always interesting, because reflectors have always, literally, they've just mirrored everything. Just, it's crazy how reflectors are. If you're a reflector, please drop in a comment, and just drop in a comment and we'll see where that comment goes. So these people are very sensitive and very incredibly, they're open, to everything. So if they have a partner who's not confident or who's kind of toxic, the reflector won't feel toxic. The partner would feel toxic every time they would see the reflector, because the reflectors are always doing their own thing. They themselves don't know. Most of the times they themselves don't know what's happening. But yes, they also learn with life, and even they know that there is somebody who makes me feel very peaceful and happy, but there are people who don't make me feel nice. So they usually like to gravitate towards those people who make them feel happy. However, reflectors have a hard time figuring out who actually makes them happy for real. So even they need to study human design, and they need to just fix things. Another interesting thing that I would like to talk about reflectors is that they are also very supportive. They can be beneficial to anyone regardless of other people's energy, because they don't absorb the energy of other people. But they still have their own energy. So even if a reflector is mean to someone, they don't feel that meanness inside. Isn't it interesting, like how it works? So generators are the people who generate energy on the planet. Projectors, they show the picture, whatever they need to show. Manifesting generators, they're a combination of manifestors and generators. Manifestors, 7%, they can create so many cool things, but even they need to know what is the right thing that they need to manifest, or else they become very miserable. And finally, reflectors, just 1% on this planet. So please study human design. It will really help you. It might help you. It might give you some kind of direction. I've seen some people who are extremely into human design. Like, they can literally look at just the body graph and they'll, feel a lot of things. They've even seen crazy changes happening in their life. They've studied, analyzed human design a lot. So fortunately, I've had the blessing to actually meet a lot of people who were into human design, whereas in the three-dimensional reality, I've not met much people. Like when I talk about the worldly world, no. But when I talk about the spiritual community, yes. So I'll see you soon in another one. If you have any more questions about human design, please drop in those questions, because I love to answer questions related to human design as well. I'll see you soon in another one. One love and peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.